Today our adventure is finding a headboard for this great loft space. Let's see what we come up with. Here I am at one of my favorite thrift stores in town. Let's see if we can find that vintage headboard. So here we are inside and I found some great headboards. I think this one's going to work just perfect. This headboard is perfect. What I like to do is go over it with my finger and see if there's any inconsistencies or rough edges. If there are, I'll sand those down just slightly, and then I'm going to prep the surface with a deglossing agent. That'll allow us to just paint right on top of this glossy surface. What I'll do is prime it, then paint it. Then we're going to upholster it. It's going to be great. Here's everything we need to get started. Some clean rags, our deglosser, some 00 grade steel wool, and also you can pick these up at the dollar store, just some disposable latex gloves, and these filter masks. I've saturated my clean rag with the deglosser, and it's literally as simple as just going over it with the drenched rag. I'm going to go over it one more time with this steel wool, and then I'm going to wipe it clean with one of the clean cloths. After that, we're going to head over to a local woodworker, and he's going to zap off these legs for us. What I'd like to see is I want it to hang on the wall like a piece of art. Alright, I am back with the headboard. It's been primed. It's been painted. It is ready to go. Basically at this point, this is the point where you'd want to distress it if you're interested in having more of an aged look, which I usually like. And all you do is go over the edges with a piece of sandpaper, just to give it an aged feeling. Real easy. I've also cut some panels of Dacron just to fit these end panels here. I'll do the same for the center panels, but this Dacron just kind of gives it a little bit of depth, so it's just not a piece of fabric stuck to a frame of wood. You know, it adds some depth to the piece. So all you do is take a staple gun, and we're going to just secure down this Dacron. Having a razor is probably going to be really helpful on a project like this, because sometimes there's some excess, and I just got a six-pack of these at the dollar store. They're great. They just snap off when you've dulled the edge, and then you just keep moving on. So what I'll do is I will staple down Dacron in each of these panels. I didn't even bother painting these interior panels because they were going to be covered, so that's a step you can skip as well. I wanted to talk to you about what I chose here. I chose this sort of French feeling mustard yellow color. It's actually a gold. And I just fell in love with this ethnic, almost India feeling vintage fabric. And I like the idea of combining the two. I really like kind of having some cross-cultural feelings in my designs. So I think it's going to be really fun. And I am going to frame each panel out with this cool navy colored trim. I don't even know what the original use for this trim was, but that's sort of the fun part of thrift store shopping, is that you can buy these bags of trinkets and sewing gizmos and sort of just do whatever you want with them. So I'm going to take this fun trim and frame out each of my panels to give it a finished feeling, and we'll see how it turns out. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I am so excited about how this piece turned out. It looks so cool. Here it is. And what I did do the distressing. It just adds a little character and aging. And then I did do the blue trim as I said I would. But I also decided that it needed another layer of color, and I went over it with a off-white gimp trim. And it just adds another layer and just another interesting little detail. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to hang it in the loft bedroom. I think it's going to be amazing. And we will tune back in to see the finished product on the wall behind the bed. And we're back with our vintage headboard. It's hung up on our wall. It looks fabulous. I'm really excited.